Welcome to the Bassmaster. Since about 2006, if there's been a developmental league for the very top of the sport of tournament bass fishing, it is this right here, the Strike King College Bassmaster Tournament Trail. And the national championship as well. Right now, you're looking at some former national champions, Ronnie Moore, that are making a difference today on the Bassmaster Elite Series.
We're seeing about 25% of our top-level pros that have came from this feeder system, the Bassmaster College Series. Guys like Jake Whitaker, Tyler Rivette have factored on the Elite Series in Rookie of the Year races, in Elite Series wins. Then you have guys like Jacob Fouts and even newer guys like Cody Huff who have won the bracket to go to the Bassmaster Classic. And Tommy, that is the deal. Thousands of college anglers across the country are testing their skills on multiple bodies of water, and if at the end of the season they win the bracket, they get the chance to represent the whole series on the Opens and go to the Bassmaster Classic. It is a life-changing opportunity for sure.
Absolutely. This is the most aspirational sport in the world, and college is just the best possible example of that. You can realize your dreams at a very early age.
We see that for every single sport there is. There is a college platform that leads to the pro ranks. College football, college baseball, the same can be said for professional bass fishing. This is the filter and the funnel. And to make it to the bracket, which will make you a single-digit opportunity to make the Bassmaster Classic and make your dreams come true, you have to make it through the national champion or be the team of the year. And we saw our champions from Auburn, Tucker Smith and Hayden Marbett. They dominated that wire-to-wire, winning that, punching their ticket to the individual fish-off where they have a shot at the Bassmaster Classic.
All right, and the two teams behind them, the finish-wise in that national championship, also qualified as individuals now to fish in the bracket competitions. That's a very unique format, and it makes for a lot of fireworks.
Yes, we will have 8 individual anglers, 4 different college teams that get to make up our bracketed competition. And as we take it to the state of Kansas, where the bracket was held at Milford Lake, you have that. You have the national champion, the runner-up, third place, and then you have the team of the year. The team at the end of the season who had the best record overall of points, they were also in the bracket, and this is going to be our playing field, Tommy.
Milford Lake near Junction City, Kansas, the biggest man-made impoundment in the state of Kansas. And here are our brackets as we get started with round 1 of competition.
Yeah, we have Easton Fothergill against Jack Alexander. They're at the same school, University of Montevallo, but they fished with different partners. They're schoolmates, not teammates. Easton on the left side of your screen and Jack Alexander on the right. We mentioned it. Team of the year, Easton and Nick Dumke were solid all season long, and that was the same case for Easton in round 1. Steady Eddie caught him early on in day 1 of competition and really got off to a good start.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, in the history of this format that we use now for bracket competition, it is not unusual for teammates to fish against one another and also for actual qualifying mates to fish against one another. So it's a really interesting setup.
And then Easton Fothergill, obviously, like we said, advancing on. And then we go down to the other end of the bracket, Hayden Marbett and Levi Mullins from Bethel University and Auburn University. Tommy, we had the best of the best colleges represented. These are some storied schools that have great legacy within the college series. Levi put up a great fight. Hayden Marbett's afternoon flurry was absolutely massive as he took a slim lead late in the day and was able to advance past Levi Mullins, but both really showed out in their matchup.
Yeah, congratulations to both of those guys. Hayden Marbett has certainly earned a lot of accolades ever since high school. Of course, a very well-known name in this format.
High school and college national champion, and he will be facing Easton Fothergill in the semifinal matchups. But on the other side of the bracket, Tommy, we go to Easton's partner, Nick Dumke. He is part of our Team of the Year race as well. He was the co-winner with Easton. Got off to a really slow start. I think he was the last one in the field to put a keeper in the boat during our live competition there, but ended up having a solid day, 8 pounds and an ounce. He just ran into an unstoppable force in round 1. Brody Robinson never let up, never gave in, and kept building his weight all day long. He had the biggest fish on day 1 as well.
It turned out to be a fairly tight matchup after all, but all the conditions, a lot of wind left over from really bad weather the day that was scheduled for the seeding day. It was canceled out, but these guys just went on the basis of their qualifying.
One thing we could guarantee is that Montevallo will occupy 50% of the semifinal matchup no matter what, because we had 4 Montevallo anglers with 2 advancing guaranteed. Then we go down to the other Auburn and Bethel matchup, Tucker Smith and Matthew Cummings. Tucker, obviously we know, a multi-time high school champion. He is also the national champion for the college series this year. He also won Team of the Year in years past. He was going to be a formidable force, but this was kind of a boxing match of the lower weights. This was the 2 lowest weights of the first round, but Tucker able to survive over Matthew Cummings of Bethel.
Matthew Cummings at Bethel University with 8 pounds and 3 ounces. And Tucker Smith, of course, was pretty much everyone's favorite to make it to that final matchup. And of course, that's the trajectory he's on from day one.
Yeah, and when we think about it, each of these matchups were really one bite. One single fish had the opportunity to advance someone to the next round on their last cast. And there's your semifinal matchups. Fothergill, Marbot, we've got Robison and Smith when we come back for the semifinals.
The Strike King Bassmaster College Series is sponsored by Humminbird, Mercury, Toyota, and by Ranger Boats.
Welcome back to our presentation of the Bassmaster College Series bracket competition presented by Bass Pro Shops. Of course, this is the Strike King College Series, and we are through with round number 1, getting ready to start round number 2, and 2 of our competitors ready to go, Fothergill and Marbot.
I knew right from the get-go it'd be really tough. I knew just to get anything over 2 pounds really would be hard to come by, but you know, these guys are so good that they'll figure it out, and we'll just have to bring our A game today if we hope to move on to the final round.
Yeah, so yesterday we had a good day. You know, we had 10 pounds, 12 ounces that advanced us to fish today. It was tough, you know, at the half, whenever we found out what our opponents had, I was down pretty bad and managed to make a late day comeback and come back. Made some good adjustments yesterday to catch a couple key fish that helped me move on to today. We're gonna change it up today, try to run some new water, do a couple new things, and just really just go fishing. It's a grind out here, but we're gonna go get after it.
As this semifinal matchup gets underway, we need to keep an eye on Easton Fothergill because he got off to a hot start on day 1.
It's the hardest one. It's not a bad one. Oh yeah, we'll take him. 2.7. 2.7. 4 more like that one, and I think we're moving on. Yeah, this morning's been just a little bit slower. I did get one good one, which makes the stop a success, I guess, but we're gonna give it just a couple more minutes and I'm gonna start running some other stuff I found last night on maps, just that kind of sets up like this. We'll run some of that until the sun gets higher, and then we'll go to our afternoon program, but I'm happy with the start. Got one good one. Only need 4 more throughout the day, so.
Easton Fothergill with definite game plan for today. Comes from northern Minnesota, but had to practice in southern Minnesota to see water that's closer to this color.
Yeah, and his matchup against Hayden Marbot. Hayden had a good day 1, but it was basically a big one that carried him.
Ooh.
1.9 agree?
Yeah, agree.
Hayden Marbot's day, we saw that earlier, 1.5 pounds that kind of set the scene for it. Ronnie just can't get around the right size. Catching not a problem, right size definite problem.
plagued with definitely smaller than average fish, ones that he did not need, and you don't ever want your measuring board out all day long, but that is what Hayden had to do. Check if they're keepers and get small 1 to 2 pound fish in the boat. He had a good one on day 1 that really carried momentum into today, but that did not show up for him. 6 pounds 11 ounces for Hayden, and he will not be moving on as we take a look at the matchup between him and Easton Fothergill. Fothergill advancing to the finals.
The Strike King Bassmaster College Series is sponsored by Yamaha, Rapala, Progressive Insurance, Nitro Boats, and by Power Pole.
Welcome back to our look at the 2023 Strike King Bassmaster College Series bracket competition at stake. A place in the Classic in 24. We saw Easton Fothergill advance to the final days. Now let's look at the other match on the other side of the brackets. Tucker Smith of Auburn up against Brody Robinson of Montevallo.
Morning, guys, out here on Milford. Had a pretty good day yesterday. Caught a big one that kind of saved us. Lost electronics up front yesterday, so we kind of had to relearn the lake, considering did most of my patterning in practice using forward-facing sonar and just electronics. So yesterday we just kind of had to go fishing and figure it out. So now we've got 2 different deals going, hopefully if the same stuff from practice is going. So kind of excited to get out there today and just see what we can work out.
Yeah, to get into tomorrow, I think I'd need to catch a good bag, maybe 12 pounds. Just depends on how everybody else catches them. But yeah, it's going to be not easy. Yeah, the wind's going to be less. I think it's going to be good. Help to get a few more extra bites today, so we'll see. We'll see if we can catch something.
When we look at that matchup between Tucker Smith and Brody Robinson, we think about Tucker Smith being one of the favorites of the bracket coming into this, Tommy. Obviously a vaunted high school and college career, but Brody, he was probably had the upper hand in this matchup because of how good he did on day 1. He was so rock solid. He started off on day 2, same program. He found a same 45-degree bank that tapered off with some different kind of pea gravel, almost the same exact pattern that his schoolmate Easton Fothergill was operating on in a different portion of the lake. Rock solid for Brody. The only thing here, Tommy, is when you're in bracketed competition, you don't know what your weight is that you need. Is 9 pounds enough? Do you need 10 or 11 pounds? Do you need a kicker fish? We're not sure. It depends on who you're facing.
Brody Robinson, University of Montevallo, now over to Auburn's Tucker Smith. 2 Alabama anglers battling it out.
Oh, buddy. I'm gonna have to get back there. Come here, buddy. Yeah! Let's go! Whew. That's what we need. Hold her up, up. Let's go. 4.8. 4.8. Beautiful smallmouth. Yeah.
Incredible. No matter where we go, the presence of a huge kicker fish is more often than not the difference maker running.
That is a game changer. When you have a 5-fish limit and you have a 4.5 pounder occupying it, you have the opportunity to have one of the biggest bags of the week, and he did that, 11 pounds 2 ounces, beating Brody Robinson and headed to the finals.
The Strike King Bassmaster College Series is sponsored by Minn Kota, Skeeter Boats, Bass Pro Shops, and by Dakota Lithium.
Yeah, I'm excited. We're looking forward to today. Hopefully we can get some good bites. You know, it's gonna be hit or miss. I'm gonna be around some fish, you know, so going to catch some fish, but hopefully we can get some big bites. That's really going to separate us. So going to just kind of stay calm, bounce around, fish hard, and see what happens.
I was 100% thinking that I didn't make it, and I was pretty much planning on watching tomorrow and just being on the sideline, but to be here today is an incredible feeling, and I'm excited to get at it. It's crazy to even be here, man. To be at the top of the college series is something I never thought, or I never envisioned myself being in. It's a crazy feeling, but try not to think about that right now. Still got another day of fishing left. Got to keep that part out of my head and just do my job one more time.
Do your job one more time. This is the ultimate day Strike King College Bassmaster bracket competition to make it to the Bassmaster Classic 2024. That's Eastern Fothergill, Montevallo University, and he has made it to this final round.
Yeah, and Easton's story is absolutely incredible, Tommy. Team of the year, what a fantastic fishing season they had. He ended up coming down and having a head abscess, a brain abscess, had to have emergency surgery. He recovered just enough to get cleared 3 days before this bracket to come and be in this opportunity with the final day of the season right here. Easton is off to a great start, but he does know he's got to keep it up. Tucker Smith, a formidable competitor, someone who has just as many accolades and just as big of a storyline. This guy, a multi-time high school national champion, a college champion. He won Team of the Year, and he even won $1 million tournament with his partner Logan Parks a few years ago. Tucker Smith, someone who's highly decorated, and honestly, in this tournament, Tucker had been waiting till the afternoon to catch all of his fish, but he got off to a good start on the final morning and kept it close.
That's a plus.
There we go.
2-4.
2-4.
Solid start to the day for Tucker Smith. Remember, his afternoons have been more effective for him. For Eastern Fothergill, his opponent in this final match, well, the mornings have been good, but he's had a slower morning. So how is this going to play out?
Good one.
Strong, boy. Strong.
Can't believe I really did that, honestly. You know, my first 2 spots didn't pan out, which, I don't know, I kind of burned them down, I felt like, the first 2 days, and I was just sitting in bed last night, just brainstorming what to do if they don't work out. And that's why I caught what I caught today. Right there, I caught the biggest one of the day right away in the morning. Well, not right away, after I hit my first 2 spots from the other 2 days. And I don't know, man, I just feel like I made good adjustments. Definitely made Tucker earn it if he beat me.
Yeah, no, it was a fun event. You know, I had a great time. Today just never really got those big bites. I had 2 good ones. I needed 3 more bites, and I don't think I have enough, but I had fun, you know. Being able to come out here and fish the tournament like this, you know, not a lot of people get to do it every year, so to be able to come out here and just compete was amazing. And then to get to fish against all those guys, they're the best competitors in college. So, you know, I tried my best and see how it goes. You know, I don't know, we'll see, but didn't really catch what I wanted to today, so we're about to go weigh in and see.
Now, one of these lucky anglers right here will be your 2023 College Bassmaster Classic Bracket champion and take theirself to the Bassmaster Classic in Grand Lake. Your 2023 Strike King Bassmaster College Series College Bracket champion, presented by Luz.
Congrats.
Easton Fothergill, University of Montevallo, punches his ticket to the 2024 Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Classic, presented by Toyota. Earlier you said Dad let you borrow his boat. Where's Dad at? Dad, you get your boat back. Dad let him borrow his boat, drive all over the country. So guess what? Now you can give Dad back his boat. You got your own, my friend, and you are a classic champion and a classic bracket champion, and you're a classic bound, my friend. Congratulations, brother. Mom, Dad, y'all can come up here and love on this man right here. Come on up here. I'm going to make it official real quick. Let me make it official. And then you can set that thing down right there if you want to, and then let's hold this thing real high and proud right there, just like we do on Championship Sunday. Right there. Let's hold that up big. We're also going to give you $7,500 on behalf of Bass and Strike King. We're going to give you guys $7,500 as well to make sure that happens. That makes traveling a little bit easier right there. This is what it's. This is why I wear sunglasses. Listen.
Go, Easton.
You let the tears fall, you, my friend, or a Strike King Bassmaster Classic College champion. And my friend, you're going to the Bassmaster Classic right there. Mom, your dad, y'all can come up and love on him now. There you go, you take this.
Well, of course, congratulations to Easton Fothergill. Of course, that great program at the University of Montevallo. Easton is headed to the World Championship.
Yeah, Tommy, it couldn't be more of a crazy story. Just about a month before this event, brain surgery. He had a hard time this summer, had massive headaches. More health concerns came up, went to the hospital. They said, we have to get you in surgery. He does the surgery and gets cleared about 3 days before he needed to come to the College Classic bracket, and now his dreams have came true. He's going to make the Bassmaster Classic and compete there this spring of 2024. You know, as a college angler, this is a moment we've all dreamed about. From the time we've started a college series team or competed, we wanted to be the lone angler at the end of the year that survived. He did it, and boy, his story is so telling. And now he gets to represent on the Opens as well. There's a couple near his home state of Minnesota.
All that, plus he knocked off one of the toughest customers ever in the history of college bass fishing, too, with Tucker Smith. So, Easton Fothergill, congratulations all the way. You've gained a lot of fans. We'll be watching you at the Classic, and we'll see you all next time here on the Bassmasters.